Hmm. 2 months in, and I'm not really surprised. The only thing I am surprised about is Memphis, man. You guys are doing good, actually. How's it going, guys? It is MWT here with another NBA recaps. December 21st, coming to you live from Chi-Town. I need to first make sure you guys subscribe to the channel with post notifications turned on and like the video if you did like it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm sure I already said that. And let's see how many games we got to go over. We got 9 games. We are 2 months in. So that means that soon enough I'll have to make a video detailing what changed in the past month, and we'll go from there. So let's get it started with our first matchup. Utah beating the Charlotte Hornets. Obviously, we saw this coming a mile away. I got this one right. 114 to 107, the final score. The box score. Utah. Their main score was Bojan Bogdanovic again. 26 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And for Charlotte, it was Terry Rozier again. 29 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. Matchup-wise, the Charlotte Hornets were up by 12 points, like a little bit through the second quarter and third quarter, and then they blew that and let the Jazz go up by 9 points towards the end of the game and win the game by 7. So nobody wants to admit on the Charlotte Hornets that they're tanking. They want to pretend that they're still in it. They're 13 and 19. Let me say that is 9th place, but that you're stuck there. You can't move at all. The next game that we got to go over is the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets defeated the Atlanta Hawks 122 to 112. Atlanta's main scorer, Trae Young again. 47 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. And for Brooklyn, it was Spencer Dinwiddie again. 39 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. Matchup-wise, the Hawks were up by 18 points in the third quarter. Then they blew that faster than you can say Brooklyn. Because then Brooklyn went on a tear in the fourth quarter and were up by 10. And they won the game by 10. So, yeah. Atlanta. Where are you guys? Bottom. 6 and 25, you're worst in the league. I gotta do something. Next. My Chicago Bulls. My Bulls. My Bulls beating the Detroit Pistons 119 to 107. We had a 40-point to 30-point third quarter. That's that. Chicago's main score. Zach LaVine again. 33 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. But he had 5 turnovers in that game. And for Detroit, it was Markieff Morris again. He had 23 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists. Now, matchup-wise, the Detroit Pistons were up by 7 points 4 different times in the game. 2 times in the second, 2 times in the third. But then the Bulls went on a run, were up by 10 towards the end of the third. Then they blew that, and then they regained the lead and were up by 12 and won the game by 12. So I will admit that the Pistons gave me a heart attack a little bit, but that was slowly, I was recovering when I found out the Bulls were still winning. Now, the Philadelphia 76ers beat the Washington Wizards 125 to 108. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Washington's main score was Bradley Beal, 36 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. For Philadelphia, tied between 2 players, so I have to pick one. Joel Embiid had 21 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. And Josh Richardson had also 21 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. I will go with Joel Embiid for being the best player on the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, the Washington Wizards were up by 2 points 4 different times. All those times were at the beginning of the game. Those were their first buckets, and they were trading back and forth. Um, After the fourth time, they never led after that, and they were losing by 23 points in the second quarter. They almost came back, but then the Philadelphia 76ers got tough again and won the game by 17. So, yeah. Nobody also on the Washington Wizards wants to admit they're tanking. Now, Milwaukee versus New York. Do I even have to say the result? Milwaukee wins 123 to 102 in Madison Square Garden. And this is embarrassing. Chris Middleton was the main scorer for the Milwaukee Bucks. 23 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. And for New York, it was Julius Randle. 20 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Knicks never led. It was to a point where in the third quarter, the Bucks were up by 29. Yep, game over. I'm not even going to waste my time with the New York Knicks. Y'all kick rocks. Now, Memphis beat the Sacramento Kings. 119 to 115. This is where I say that I'm surprised at how good the Grizzlies are actually playing this year. Because I thought they would be a 20-win team. And they are, so far, 2 months in, they're 11 and 20. So at this pace, they might be at 30 wins by the end of the season. Now, Sacramento's main scorer was Harrison Barnes, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. And for Memphis, a lot of players scored double figures, but Jaren Jackson Jr. led the way with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 4 blocks. What a truly marvelous game by him. The Kings were up by 7 points in the first quarter, and they blew that. Let the Grizzlies go up by 17 points in the fourth quarter. Now, the Kings tried to mount a comeback, but they fell short. So, yeah, that's pretty much. Now, the Clippers went to San Antonio, and Leonard truly destroyed his old team. 134 to 109, the final score. A lot of big scoring nights happening in the NBA. Clippers' main scorer was Kawhi Leonard. 26 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals. For San Antonio, it was DeMar DeRozan. 24 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Matchup-wise, Spurs were up by 4 points in the first quarter. Then the Clippers blew the game open, went up by 33 points in the fourth quarter, and won the game by like 25. It's truly sad. I want the Spurs to make it just so they can break the playoff streak. Now, Houston defeated the Phoenix Suns again, and Phoenix is still free-falling. They're now 11th. Remember when I said that they would be a surprise team if they made the playoffs? Yeah, they've lost 7 in a row. They're garbage now. Sorry. Now, the main scorer for Houston was actually James Harden again. 47 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 block, 4 turnovers. Now, Phoenix, their main scorer was Kelly Oubre Jr. 26 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 block. Matchup-wise, the Suns were up by 5 points in the first quarter. They never led after that, and towards the end of the game, the Rockets were up by 20 points, their largest lead of the game, and they won the game by 14. Now, we got one more game to go over right now, I believe. Hopefully. We're 1 month in. Yep. Portland defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves. 113 to 106. Jeez, man. Now Portland wants to start playing. I want to admit that Portland is now in the playoff race as the 8th seed. Now Oklahoma City has to start losing so my Spurs can make it. Not my Spurs, but I want the Spurs to make it just because the Spurs need to break that playoff streak. Minnesota's main scorer, Andrew Wiggins, 33 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 blocks, but 5 turnovers. Portland's main scorer, Damian Lillard again, 29 points. 29 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Matchup-wise, the Timberwolves were up by 1 point 2 different times in the game. And they actually came back from being down 11 towards the end of the first half. They came back, tied it a couple more times. But, the Trailblazers went up and won the game by 7. So that is that. Make sure you like the video, give it a nice thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you're new with post notifications turned on. Remember, we're trying to hit 200 subscribers by 2020, and we are 2 months into the NBA recaps. December 22nd recaps coming up soon. I want to post the next 2 recaps so then I can go over the 2-month span. Basically, I'm doing the month span in increments of 30. I believe that would basically be okay to do. So I'm only going to look at the NBA season. I'm going to look at it from the December 23rd, but I'll do my best to look at it from the perspective of December 21st. So I'll do my best with that. I will see you guys in the next recap video.